in that case, hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble,
Welcome
gobble.
back. Gobble gobble. We are here back with Brick Road Live today. So as always, you're here with our host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D, and you're on Brick Road Live today. And we got a
Hey,
lot of news for you today, obviously, but the most important one, I'm gonna let Bird take over from here. Give us the breaking news, Bird.
man, oh man. So, these people are really gone off the deep end, Double D. So we're just getting news that not just now, but within the past couple hours, 5, 6 hours, that two National Guardsmen in Washington D.C. were shot. Now it came out actually that they died in the process. So, I just here's my thing, right? Before we get into everything, where is the outrage from the libtards, right? They cried about an officer having a heart attack and tried blaming it on him getting killed on January 6th. They tried blaming an officer offing himself on murder for January 6th, but yet two officers actually get murdered by what seemingly could be somebody on their side, and they're crickets. No nothing, no outrage, no nothing. They just shut up. They're done. They don't care. It goes to show how manufactured these liberal retards is, and it's just getting pathetic at this point.
Yeah, I would say not only, dude, it's very cult-like, man. It's cult-like. I'm telling you, Bird. They call us the cult. They call MAGA the cult. They call Republicans the cult. They call conservatives and libertarians. We're all the same cult. But honestly, dude, they're not looking in the mirror. I mean, here's you got to remember, Libs. Every time you point a finger, there's three pointing back at you, and you guys have a lot of fingers pointing at you right now, and a lot of accountability that needs to be caught up on
Right.
sooner than later. That's for sure.
Seriously. So, it's just crazy because it's like double standards for them, and they turn a blind eye when things like this happen. Things that are actually serious, like a National Guard member actually getting killed, they just turn a blind eye to things like this. It's crazy. I don't understand it. Like, where is the logic involved in that? Well, there is no logic or reasoning or meaning for anything that they manufacture their hate about. There's no logic to it, right? They're mad. They get mad that men can't compete in women's sports, right? They get mad that men can't go in girls' locker rooms, right? They get mad if you don't call them the right pronoun. Like, I have to abide by your fucking retarded rules, right? So it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me where their logic and where they're coming from with all this shit, dude. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, if you're looking at it as a rational human being, you're right. It doesn't make sense. But if you try to look it through the eyes of the irrational, every emotion is what controls their thought and process.
It's true.
Every action that the left makes is based on how angry, how upset, how hurt, how disenfranchised, how oppressed. I could go on all day with the acronyms, but
No, for sure.
but you get the idea. There, the victimhood of the left is now become their excuse for homicide. Honestly,
Man, crazy.
it has. It's become their excuse for it. They figured, I'm victimized. I have the right. Now, I do believe this was an Afghan national, and I do believe there's an article about that pulled up his name. But
Yeah.
Is there a way we could look his name up real quick?
Yeah, actually, I found a little article about him. His name is Ramanullah Lochinwall.
Ramanullah Lochinwall. There you go. There's your suspect.
Not to be mistaken with ramen noodles.
No, absolutely not.
And
Maybe a noodle brain.
yeah, so he is a 29-year-old Afghan national who moved to the U.S. in 2021. It's reported, this is CNN reporting it, so let's, take CNN with a grain of salt.
Yeah, the
that he
comedy
lived
news
in
network's only going to give you so much.
exactly that he lived in Washington State, which doesn't make sense because that's nowhere near Washington D.C.
Well, he might have traveled across. Don't forget, dude, they traveled from Texas, all the way from Texas and Florida to go to New York to hijack planes.
Yeah, that's
What's
true.
gonna
That's very
what's
true.
gonna stop it? Why not fly from Washington State to Washington D.C.? Um, he knew what he was doing. Now that could be a typo and it could be a mistake,
True.
but let's just assume it's CNN.
Yeah. County
And we'll
News
give him
Network.
we'll give him yeah, we'll give him the 50%, benefit of the doubt.
Right.
You know.
So we got a couple
his name,
we got a couple
one
videos
more
about
time.
it. Laka,
I know. I just want to.
Ramanula Lakanwa.
Ramanula Lockenwall. Okay.
Not to not to be mistaken with ramen noodles.
Exactly, and I just don't want to forget the name. Ramanula Lockenwall.
Yep.
Got it.
So we got a couple videos. Let's see what the libtard media has to say about all this bullshit. I'll guarantee they're calling it as a nicely peaceful shooting.
That's right. A mostly peaceful shooting.
Mostly peaceful shooting.
Christian Flores is standing by.
Yeah,
he actually has
peaceful.
with him.
Because there was probably like 50 National Guards and only 2 of them got killed. So it's mostly peaceful.
Mostly, yeah. For sure.
A witness. Christian, tell us more.
Yeah, right now we're standing with Michael Jones. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. I know you said that you didn't quite see the shooting, but you saw the aftermath. Can you what exactly did you see?
Very simple word, bedlam. The chaos that ensued on both sides of K Street, all the way from between the two metros, was just a rush of, excitement and fear, with people running away from the scene, and then the police coming on there, and then multiple, departments, Secret Service, Park Police, MPD, all coming to the scene to address the issue, and then the ambulances, of course, and then just the buildup of curiosity watching, and then the expansion of the crime scene to,
it's wild.
Continue the investigation, and then obviously what has happened now, where we are, where you're standing right now doing the reporting with all the other reporters.
When you say bedlam, I mean, did you have any idea? Because I know. Right now we have confirmation 2 National Guard troops.
Many people were walking down saying service members were just shot, National Guardsmen. Wow. So there was a concern. Our restaurant was put on lockdown. Many places were put on lockdown. Obviously, we're so close to the White House.
I mean, rightfully so. What else are they going to do? What the fuck? You got people out here shooting at National Guards that are literally just here doing their job. Here's what these people don't understand. These are our military personnel. These are the people that are meant to be protecting our country, and you're killing the people that are protecting your country. You're a terrorist.
Protecting the country, protecting the state, protecting the city of Washington, D.C. And let's be honest, crime has went down. I think they said it was like a 52% drop.
Really?
Like a 50, like overall. I know the first couple of days it was like 90-something%, but
right.
People have gotten brazen again. But still, 52% drop in crime. Until
it's
today.
not bad.
Now you've got this. Now you got this shooting today.
Hey, Gina. How you doing tonight, Gina?
Oh, hey, Gina. How you doing?
So, everybody, have you guys seen or heard anything about what's going on in the chat? Like, let us know what you guys think about it. I think it's absolutely insane that this is going on in America today. It's like we're becoming a third world country.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it seems like.
It's kind of sad.
I mean, we're economically not, but we're socially becoming one. But the economics will follow. It'll follow with once you've given up the rule of law, peace and prosperity are out the window.
Yep, and
it becomes a free for all.
That's exactly what these libtards want to do to us too, Double D. They want us to be peasants and live like scumbags while they live high up on their mountains.
I don't think they want us to be alive, Bird.
I mean,
think they want to unalive us. I think the libs want to
honestly,
unalive conservatives.
I think they want to control us.
Well, they know they
It's
can't
your
do
favorite.
that.
Oh, that's cool, Gina.
No, I'm telling you, I'm pretty confident that they want us all gone. They either want us to, like you said, adhere, be controlled, and keep our mouths shut.
Yep.
And those of us who won't stay quiet, they're going to want us unalived.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, look what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, anybody who's a conservative at this point, especially conservative podcasters, they probably have a target on their forehead and a target on their back, thanks to the rhetoric of liberalism.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the seditious six.
Yeah.
How about those six Congress persons, all telling the media, telling in the media, getting in the media, and six of them together telling the United States military to basically ignore any orders from the commander in chief and from their higher ups.
Isn't that treason?
That's sedition.
Is that treason?
That is absolutely, that is sedition and treason, yes.
So, I mean, last I checked, treason was punishable by death.
And the last time that happened was under George Washington.
Right. And
even during the, during the Civil War, they forgave everybody for that. You know what I mean? Obviously in the Civil War, they were in a civil war, so obviously they're calling for death, but
right.
and trying to kill each other in different situations. But even then it wasn't like done in a terrorist style.
Right.
I mean, a little bit in Bleeding Kansas, but the terrorism that's going on now, it has been for the last, since Donald Trump walked down that escalator.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of. They want a civil war. They want.
1,000%. 1,000% they want a civil war. I believe that. I'm hoping it doesn't get to that, because I would much rather see us as a country come together and find reason and balance and, understanding. But it's so far gone. Who knows if that's even ever going to be obtainable again.
I mean, dude, here's the thing. Nobody wins.
Yeah.
I hope everybody understands that. Another thing, the other Civil War had two sides.
Yeah. They
had the North and they had the South, and they had a dividing line.
That's true.
This one won't have that, which means it's going to be quelled by who's ever in power.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true.
Who's ever in charge of the military will be the winner, not the people. And the people on both sides will be under martial law. So I just want to point that out.
Right.
Nobody wins. That's not how that works.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what these people just they fail to not understand. Like, bro, like when it comes to our country, we should be uniting against the outside entities. So the fact that so many libtards are just so for illegal immigration coming here, all the bullshit.
This is why.
Exactly, because they need to build an army against us.
That's exactly what they're trying to do, and they're because most of them are cowards themselves. Because I'll be honest, most liberal men that I know couldn't beat their way out of a booth at Denny's, and I'm just being honest. I'm serious, man. They couldn't. And most of them, I mean, dude. I mean, other than soy milk and frickin', vegan, what is that shit, tofu or whatever the hell that shit is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
First of all, it's disgusting.
Right.
It feels like snot when you eat it. There's nothing attractive about it, and it certainly doesn't put the muscle on. So I don't know. It's like I've seen these Antifa boys. Did you see the one where the Antifa kid punched the protester? He ran up to him and punched him, and then ran.
Oh,
he kept running.
Are you talking about when he maced him?
Well, no, he walked up and sucker punched one of the patriots that was carrying the flag. He had the flag in his hand, and the guy walked up, ran up, and punched him, and turned around and ran. And he looked and started laughing. He's like, "Did something just bite me?" It was hilarious or something. Because, dude, it didn't even freaking faze him. He started laughing. He was just like, I think he said, "What was that?" Like, he was like, "What was that?" Because he didn't see it, and the dude was gone.
Right.
Like, he sucker punched it, and it looked more like he tried to bitch slap him.
That's hilarious.
And the way he threw the punch reminded me of how my cousin Karen used to punch when she was a little girl.
Right.
It was hilarious. And look, I've met some women who can throw a punch. I went to school in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I know some girls who can throw, and my cousin Karen could throw a punch pretty good now. You know what I mean? But when she was a little girl, she couldn't. But this was an adult man who was hitting like that 7-year-old little girl 50 years ago.
Right,
it was hilarious.
Right. So
Actually, if you can find that video, you should pull it up
So-
somewhere along the line. I think they'll get a kick out of it.
so things like this, soy boys, LOL, yeah, that's what they are. A bunch of soy boy libtards. So
The soy boy mafia.
So it's like
Because-
things like this just like make me wonder. Like I don't understand why liberals support illegal immigration so much when things like this happen.
Because they're counting on the votes, dude. It's all about power.
Yeah.
Believe me, if they cared so much about what happened to them, they wouldn't be leaving them sleeping in tents what is that the name of that beach in California? The one that's got like 4 or 5 layers now of homeless people. What's it called? Venice Beach.
Yeah, Venice Beach.
Yeah, the whole rest of the country wouldn't look like that in blue states everywhere if they actually care, but they don't care. They just want their votes.
Right,
That's
right,
it.
right.
After that, they couldn't give a rat's ass about them, dude. And that's the truth. And they know it too. They know it's true. They know it. And they don't care. That's the irony of it. They claim they care. They claim to be the party of people who care.
Just like,
The only thing they care about is power. That's it. Nothing else.
Just like,
and this proves it even more.
Just
because
like
there's no outrage.
Just like NFT says right here, so they could work for them for nothing. Yeah, that's all it is. They literally just want to use them for slave labor, and it's pathetic.
Pretty much, yeah.
It goes to show that the Democratic Party is the party of the slavery.
Well, they've always been the party of slavery, dude. Ain't nothing changed.
Yep.
Why do you think all those union leaders were out there busting? You had the union leaders keeping their faces out there. They were getting, they were doing okay for the union workers, but I assure you, their consulting fees were paying a lot better than the paychecks were to the workers.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
That's true. So he says, then brag about it to all the other desperate housewives. That's true. That's what they wanted. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on, and it's not just it's not even just the Democrats though. There's a lot of Republicans that are for illegal immigration because they want to use it for cheap labor themselves. Fuck them. Go hire people. Be what you're about. Be about your country that you're supposed to be about, and do what's right. We don't need illegal immigrants to do jobs that every common day American can do. You see illegal immigration, right? Illegal immigrants. You see them working at places like McDonald's and stuff. Like, dude, our kids can go work there. Our youth can go work there. That should be a job that our youth could be doing to guide them and teach them better things for the future.
You brought up a really good point there too with the when you were talking about how the youth jobs and stuff like that, and how they are kind of pushing people out. I mean, when it comes to that, for lower paying jobs and what have you, that normally 16 and 17 and 18-year-old kids would do.
Yeah.
You now have 24, 25, 26, 27-year-old, but they can't speak English.
Exactly.
But they can push a button and they can read a number. So I guess that's all that really matters.
I'll tell you what, when I used to work somewhere, I'm not going to say exactly where. I literally watched my boss, and this was when Obama was in office. I literally watched my boss give an illegal immigrant a dead old lady's social security number. Right, and
really?
Right, literally watched him and watched him laugh about it.
And you made a good point about some of those
really
Rhino
is, Gino.
Republicans. You made a good point, Bert, about the Rhino Republicans too, because
they're worthless.
There's quite a few of them that do rely on that cheap labor for their businesses too, and it's like they'll be the first to point the finger at the Dems and then themselves be doing it also.
Yep.
And sorry Rhinos, but we got to call you guys out too because.
You guys are worthless. You guys are worse.
Well,
they're worse.
They're
worse than the Democrats, in my opinion, because at least the Democrats, they're worthless. They're retarded. They're evil. They're scumbags. But at least they're honest about it. Rhinos act like they're with us, and they're fucking against us completely.
As they're trying to do to us in Ohio right now, which I'm going to bring that up real quick because, first of all, I just want to point out to the Rhinos, price fixing and monopolies are not conservative values.
Nope.
Those are socialist values. Those are communist values. Those are not conservative values.
Exactly.
When you're going to make laws that prohibit people from going to other places to get, and you know they're going to go after alcohol, cigarettes, and the casino next. I assure you on that, Bird.
Yep.
Once they see the success they have with this, they'll do that. But what's going to happen is here come in November, against their better judgment, they're going to force Ohioans to go blue.
Yeah, it's sad.
Because they're going to force Ohioans to go blue so that they can allow the competition from other states back in for that one single item. What I'm talking about, in case you don't know, is they want to make it illegal to go to Michigan or any other state to buy marijuana products in a legally recreational state. So they want to make that illegal, and it's going to hurt.
It used to be illegal. It was illegal.
Republicans. Well, it was, but now they're basically making it illegal to go across and get it. And I'm telling you, it's going to affect them in the election in November. I hope they think this one out before they go and throw it all away. Because I really don't want to be a blue state. I know you don't either, Bert.
No. So NFT says agreed. Just Americans have to step up their work ethic again. That's true. And the millennials need to get out of their parents' household. That's also very true. Gina, there is way too much of them for real. Those old warmonger Republicans suck. Oh yeah, they're worthless. It's the same ones that are sipping for Israel just because Israel's our ally, right? I don't care if somebody's our ally. That doesn't mean that everything that they're fucking doing is right. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
You could have friends that don't do right all the time. You don't always agree with what they're doing. You know,
I don't agree with about 60% of what most of my friends do.
Right.
But
so I understand the whole. I understand the whole aspect of that. There are our allies, but at the same time, it's like we got to stop this shit and we got to fix our country before we lose it completely and we become like Rome. You know.
Well, the good thing is we live in Ohio, Bird. So at least. You know, at least we'll be purple.
Yeah, but listen, what happened to Rome has been happening to us since the 90s.
Yeah, it is true.
Agree to disagree. Hold on 1 second. Kim Ramos, what exactly do you disagree about? And I appreciate you stopping in. Also, make sure to hit the like for us. What is there exactly to disagree about? Just out of curiosity. But yeah, so you know, it's just, man, we're like, we opened Pandora's box, in my opinion, and whatever. You can hate, anybody can hate me for this. When we allowed gay people to get married, I just feel like we opened Pandora's box, and now we're at the fact of where they want to read story time. They want to have trannies read story time to kids and allow them to go into women's bathrooms. So it's like we opened Pandora's box when we allowed it because, you know, marriage is between man and a woman. It's not between man and man or woman and woman. So when we allowed that, we literally opened Pandora's box, and now our country has become a hellhole.
I think opening the floodgates of the borders didn't help. Honestly, 20 million people
that too.
Border,
that too. But that's more recent.
Half of them are, but we don't. Well, I understand where. Yeah, I understand with the whole like. Yeah, I honestly, I thought that. I mean, whatever. When it comes to the gay marriage thing, I agree with you. I don't think a church should be forced to do weddings and stuff like that. I adamantly. I mean, I guess it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know, man. When it comes to that one, I don't know where. I mean,
no,
the Bible says no.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, NFT, but we're not always. You don't agree with everybody and what they're doing, so you can stand with somebody and not agree with them and say, "Hey, I stand with you, but I'm not backing you on this." You know, if that makes any sense. You could look at somebody and say, "Okay, you're my boy, but I don't agree with your doing. I'm sitting this one out."
I think, is that what you're trying to apply? Is the same logic to the Israel thing?
Yes.
Okay, I was wondering where we were going with this.
Yes.
So I see what you're getting
You,
at.
you see what
So,
I'm saying? Like, you don't always have to agree with somebody about everything.
Right,
and
right.
You can literally say,
Well,
"Look, dude, I'm not funding this because I don't agree with it, and you need to stop." You know?
well, you and I have been on the opposite on the Israel thing since
Yeah.
basically the beginning of this conflict. However, with that said, I still think they got to find a way to stop it. I mean, it's becoming exhausting on both sides now.
Are you just saying that that's like your motto, Kim? I get it. She says, I always say I don't always agree with what my friends say or do. I can agree to disagree. I don't have to hate them for it. Exactly. I don't hate Israel. I don't hate Jews. I don't hate any of them. But I do disagree with what's going on. I also disagree with the Palestine aspect of it too. I think they're both wrong. So I don't care if people can hate me for it. People can try and discredit me for it. I could care less. I don't agree with either side. I think they're both wrong, and I think we're wrong for funding it. So I think everybody's just wrong in this situation.
But I also think we're wrong for funding Ukraine too. But
Oh,
we're still doing
1,000%,
that.
1,000% wrong.
Doing that.
Yeah, I think hopefully, knock on wood, because this is the millionth time. It seems like they're moving more towards peace with that.
I hope so. I read a comment earlier today on the Daily Mail that one of Putin's ambassadors said they were considering peace to humor Donald Trump, and then I guess he laughed about it.
Trump is all about peace.
Yeah, he was like, we're considering a peaceful resolution just to
Right.
humor Trump, and I caught the joke a little bit. I kind of caught what he was, because it is a big deal to Trump. That might be This has all been a big deal to him because he understands peace and prosperity comes through peace.
Yep.
You can't have it without it.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
So
it's as simple as that.
NFT says, right, yes, I agree. I think they're just trying to go ahead and end this shit. Trump is all about peace in the end, so whatever he does is just... Yeah, I feel the same way. I think Trump was given a very, very, very shit... So let's say poker. Trump steps in for his boy, and his boy gives him the worst hand in poker you could possibly have. Nothing matches, no possible suits, nothing on the table, nothing, right? And that's what Trump's getting, and he's trying to get a royal flush out of it, and it's hard. It's really fucking hard. It's really fucking hard with the hand that you're given. When you're handed multiple foreign wars, 2, 3, 4 of them that we're contributing to by aiding, funding, right? Not even just funding, we're also giving arms to Ukraine. It's all ridiculous, and it needs to stop. And this shit like this that happened in Washington, D.C., it's all part of it, right? It's all part of it.
That's the part I was ready to get to next. Is there's definitely a connection between this terrorist act, what's going on in Israel and Gaza.
Yeah.
And honestly, we were in Afghanistan for almost 20 years. So
yep.
An Afghan national, it doesn't surprise me. They have a grudge. They have, they have an axe to grind, I guess. I don't know. This is some serious stuff, and I don't think the outcome is going to be pretty.
It is. I don't think so either.
I'm curious to find out what the motive was, but I think the name kind of gives the motive away, unfortunately.
Yeah, so...
we have to assume that this is probably connected to Israel in one form, shape, or another. He did now, is he American-born or Afghan? Oh, no, he's Afghan-born.
He's Afghan because he came here in 2021.
Yeah, so this is definitely related to Afghanistan, Israel, Hamas, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, you name it. I'm running out of acronyms for crazy
Saudi Arabia.
Well, I'm just running out of names for jihadists. Why don't we all just call them all the same thing of what they are, terrorists? I'm not going to be nice about it.
Right.
I'm done. I'm done with Mr. Nice Guy. That ain't happening. It's It's a very sad day in America today, guys. Very sad day. I really hope that we find a way to. Well, shit, I don't even know if we can at this point, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we can? Do you think is it too far gone? Have we gone too far? I mean, is there a way to come back from this? Because I'm beginning to think not. I'm beginning to think that the line might have been crossed. They're attacking soldiers. That's an act of war.
Yeah, no, for sure.
When you attack two soldiers
This
on
is
their own soil. What was that, Bird?
Say this is terrorism.
And an act of war.
It's not even national terrorism. It's just terrorism. Period. He's not from here.
He's definitely not from here. We know he's from Afghanistan. We know he's been here since 21. Obviously, he came during the Biden era.
Yeah.
He was probably one of the first ones waiting at the gate, come across the border. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to kill America. He couldn't wait to unalive Americans.
So NFT says Trump is a boss. He will end up getting mineral rights from Ukraine and hopefully something from Putin. I just don't know what Putin is willing to give up. Maybe discount on oil, possibly. Discount on the oil fields or some shit like that. Who knows? Maybe give us barrels for cheap. That could be a thing.
I mean,
yeah,
oil
I'm okay.
has been going down.
I had to use the restroom when I had a little cough. Figure I kill two birds with one stone really quick.
There you go.
No pun on my name intended.
Well, technically, it was only one bird then. No.
Yeah. There you go.
One bird came back.
Yeah, one came back. So, I mean, I don't know, man. This is just crazy that this is going on. And
let's see what Kash Patel had to say.
Where did
let's see
which one did he talk in?
That was the one you just right here. That's this one right here.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to go forward about a minute or two, but unless you want to. Oh, there, here. Back it up. There, a little more. Yeah.
Ready. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kash Patel, FBI Director. We're here to brief you on the tragic events that happened today at approximately 2:15 local time in Washington, D.C. Where two of our
I'm going to go grab some water really quick.
Guard and Department of War were brazenly attacked in a horrendous act of violence. They were shot. They're in critical
That's
condition.
about a minute and a half long anyway.
As you can see behind me, we have assembled the full force of both the federal and state and local law enforcement agencies to bring bear all of our resources to make sure we find the perpetrators responsible for this heinous act. And make no mistake, they will be brought to justice. Since this is an assault on a federal law enforcement officer, this will be treated at the federal level as an assault on a federal law enforcement officer. The FBI will lead out on that mission with our interagency partners, to include the Department of Homeland Security, Secret Service, ATF, DEA. And we're thankful for the mayor's assistance in this matter, the Metropolitan Police Department and their skills in investigating homicides and gun shootings in this city is exceptional. We will work together collaboratively because this is a matter of national security, because it's a matter of pride. President Trump has been informed. We've been in contact with the White House. We will shortchange the American public with no resources to make sure we find and safeguard our nation's capital right here in Washington, D.C., and bring anyone responsible for this heinous act of violence to justice.
That's a big-ass bottle of water,
To
Bird.
the American public and the world, please send your prayers to those brave warriors who are in critical condition and their families. They are here serving our country. They are here protecting everyday Americans and citizens around the world in our nation's capital. They are the heroes of this day, and we must remember them on this day and every day, and their families and the sacrifice they have made. I will now turn it over to Chief Carroll of the Metropolitan Police Department. Thank you.
Did you
Right. So, everything Cash is saying is just so freaking true, bro. Like, they are the heroes of today. This is what's wrong with this country and what's wrong with the people. Any of the people that are celebrating this or saying that this is fine or that this is their fault or that this is Trump's fault is fucking retarded.
They're definitely, well, they're definitely accepting no accountability for their own actions and their own behaviors. That's for sure.
Yeah.
At some point or another, man, there has to be accountability. How come is it the only time they hold anybody accountable is when it's us? How come they don't ever hold themselves accountable? I don't get that. I mean, I would be ashamed of my party. I would be ashamed of myself. I don't know. I guess we're just bred differently. I don't know, man. I think liberals and conservatives are just so different. We're just so different that maybe it's just time for a national divorce. I think maybe we need a national divorce.
Yeah.
That's what we need. I mean, this is Ohio, so it's red. So if you're someone who's red, I suggest you come to Ohio or Florida or Tennessee or Texas. If you're someone who prefers, I know nobody in this audience does, but somewhere along the line, there's going to be a liberal watching this show. So, and they're probably going to call me every name in the book, as they always do.
That's very true.
But they really love calling Bird names. So.
Oh, they love me.
They're a lot meaner to him than they are to me.
I'm the chosen one.
Yes, yeah, they chose to beat his ass every chance they can. But with me, well, I know they don't like me.
Double D, what can we do to bring the 90s again? Do you think it's just people are so plugged into media that it has them made all nuts? No, because I think libtards have always been nuts. I think maybe the media enhances it with all the internet around and everything nowadays.
I think there's a certain amount of brainwashing going on too, Bird. They use social media because they know they're useful idiots, dude. They
That's
know
true.
the powers that be that are pulling the strings on all this woke BS and liberal BS and controlling the media and what have you. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know that their party consists of about 80% of useful idiots.
That's true.
And that's a real benefit for an entity that's trying to cause chaos.
True.
If you're trying to destroy everything and you're trying to ruin it from within, what a better way than to use the dregs of society who have nothing to lose.
That's true.
And now some of them are making $1,500 and $1,600 a day.
Damn.
A day. They're making that. And if they destroy stuff, they get even more money.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Dude, they're financially being given a financial incentive to be disruptive, chaotic, and destructive.
Crazy, dude. It's just like,
it's
man,
crazy, man.
I just don't get it. Chet, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand these people's logic. I don't understand these people's mindset. I don't understand why they do what they do, why they think how they think. You know, it's like they live in a fantasy world, you know, and it really seems like that's what they do.
That, and also when you raise kids to believe that they're oppressors and the oppressed,
Yeah.
that because of the color of their skin they may be bad, and because of the color of skin they may be a victim. There's nothing positive. They never say anything positive about anyone of any color, of any race. It's always about what you can't do or what you're guilty of.
Right.
It's never about the positive side. It's never about, well, unless it's sports. And even then, like, I mean, they've tried to feminize that and dumb it down.
Oh, they've already
So
completely
it's like,
feminized it. Oh, dude, you got all these athletes walking out in dresses. You got them wearing wigs. You got them wearing fucking painting their nails. You got these fucking homos fucking straightening their hair. Like, dude, these dudes are so fucking soft and gay now. That's why it's just so hard for me to watch sports anymore. They're all feminine as fuck. They all cry like little fucking bitches. You watch the NBA, they're fucking flopping everywhere. Like, dude, just go suck a dick if you want already. That's obviously what you want to do.
You know, Dennis, in all fairness, Dennis Rodman, he did all that crazy stuff too, but he did it to be simply crazy.
Yeah, he was just crazy though. These dudes are just androgynous homos. People in CT are nice to each other. I think we just know it's best to not bring up politics unless we are in certain company. Yeah, that makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, fuck these people. You know, everybody wants to bitch and cry and complain all the time. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Well, I can agree with that. There's some places where politics definitely are better left unsaid.
Oh, for sure.
When I go to church, we don't talk about politics.
Oh yeah.
When I used to talk about politics in the bar, but I've already had to beat too many people up, so I just figure it's probably better not to do that anymore either.
You might be right, honestly. You might be right.
You know? So it's just better for me not to talk about politics in the bar, and that way I don't have to whoop anybody's ass.
Right.
But I mean, so the lesson learned: no politics, no religion,
No politics,
and
no
don't talk about your marriage either, because nobody gives a shit. They don't want to hear about it. If you're going through a divorce, just know that they probably went through one too, and they're like, so what?
Yeah.
I had to learn that one the hard way 30 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 30 years ago.
Right.
But anyway,
Right.
So no religion, no politics, no love.
No love.
No love.
Yeah. Yeah. So Thanksgiving's coming up. Speaking of talking politics and
By the
the
way,
hatred.
I want to make Thanksgiving great again, guys.
Yep. I like it.
Making Thanksgiving great again. Making Thanksgiving great again. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. What's everybody's plans for tomorrow? Gina, I know you don't celebrate it.
Well, the English, they have Thanksgiving too, don't they? Don't
No.
you guys have a Thanksgiving too, Gina, or no?
Where is the paint or nails to get the laid by chicks? I got in a band painting your nails black or something.
I never did the nail painting thing when I was in a band, but
No.
I did do the fluffed out hair. And
No.
one time we did the makeup thing, and NFT knows
Thank
who
you,
this
Ken.
is.
You as well.
Spider. It was Spider's idea, by the way, not the rest of us. The rest of us didn't want to do it, but Spider wanted us all to wear makeup the one time, but it was like black makeup, and and it looked worse than that picture of Kiss when they first did it back in the early '70s.
That's
When
hilarious.
they all dressed with white faces and black lipstick, and before they created the characters,
Yep.
it looked worse than that.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
with Oliver, because Oliver was like 5'11", but about 280 pounds of solid muscle.
There you go.
Hey, look at that! I mean, I love those jackets. I want a bearskin, dude.
Yeah.
I want one of those. I do. I want a bearskin jacket. That's what I want. Bearskin jacket. I got to get me one.
Just to
Gotta
get
one of
laid
those.
by the gothic chicks. All right, maybe if the gothic chicks like it painting one nail, I'll allow. Not really, but I won't. I won't, but I will.
Well,
I won't do it.
I'm too old to paint anything. You guys are lucky to watch it.
Yeah, I ain't painting shit. Ooh, Double D, you're breaking up. You guys hear how Double D sounded like a robot just now? Was that great or what?
What is that?
You're breaking up. That sounds funny. You're breaking up really bad, Double D.
I think you froze up, bro.
No, you're frozen, not me.
Everything sounds very robotic. I can't.
Robot. He does sound like a robot. They pardon the turkeys, bro. I know. Did you see that they were gonna name the turkeys? He was almost named them Chuck and Nancy. Hello? Double D, you're frozen.
Oh, there we go. There, I'm back. Are
All
you
right.
back, Bird?
I've been here the whole time. It was just you.
Wow, that was crazy. It sounded like Mr.
Yeah,
Roboto or some shit.
it might have been your internet. I am a robot.
Apparently so. What was that?
Nothing. Kim said I am a robot, and Gina called you a robot. He's AI. All right, you guys, the gig's up.
That's right.
Double D's AI. It's just me.
He is.
I'm the only one over here doing everything. He's not real. Double D does not exist.
That's right. I'm AI. It's funny that he says that though, because I have AI music now, so that's
That is
kind of
great.
hilarious.
That is great. So,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's coming up. Yeah, did you see Trump was going to name them Chuck and Nancy? And then,
That would have been,
come on,
and
look
then
at
hang them
yeah,
or cut their necks off or whatever.
so funny. So funny.
That would have been. He should have named it Schumer and Pelosi, Nancy and Chuck and Nancy.
Right.
Was he going to pardon them, or was
He
he gonna
did
still
pardon
cut
them.
the
He
heads
already
off?
he already pardoned them.
Oh, okay. So the turkeys were pardoned. So we can name the next ones who actually do go in the deep fryer, Chuck and Nancy, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to name my turkey Chuck Schumer.
Chuck Schumer.
Yeah. I mean, the turkey's already dead, so I don't have to cut the head off of it. So, but I do got to stick it in the deep fryer. So
Everybody
we're
say hi to
gonna- we're
Lola.
gonna- What was that? Oh, hi, Lola. So does anybody else deep fry their turkeys, or am I the only one? Do you guys do the deep fried bird or no?
No, we do regular. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hello? Yeah, give me like 20 minutes. All right. Peace.
Right? You've had the deep fried turkey, right?
Oh yeah,
I know you
Dewey used to deep fry turkeys all the time.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because I mean, that's the only. I mean, I'll tell you what. Once you go fried, you never go back.
That's
I
true.
mean, at least me. I don't know. I always love my chicken. And
Mr.
turkey
Roboto Double D.
Right.
NFT called you Mr. Roboto Double D. That's great.
Actually, I just read an article yesterday by Tommy Shaw and Dennis DeYoung.
Yeah,
They hate that song, by the way.
really.
Yeah, they hate it.
You
Even
think
though
they
they
would love
play
it?
it at every, they can't stand the song because of the video. They're like, "What were we thinking? Thinking of a stupid ass video like that?"
That's so funny.
Ironically, here we are in the age of robotics and Mr. Roboto, and they're criticizing their own work from 40 years ago. I mean, the song is cheesy. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Right.
It's a real cheesy song, but it did kind of, fortune tell a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. There you go. I remember that song. It was so funny.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I think we kind of covered everything we had to cover, Double D.
You think? There's nothing left, huh? We got it all.
We
So,
got
so
it.
before we go, though, before we call it a night, is there anything breaking news about, what was that guy's name again? Oh, shit. What was the hell was his name again? I don't know why I can't. I know why I can't remember it, because I can't hardly understand
hold
it.
on. It was Ramallah, right?
Ramanula Lakwala.
Ramallah Lakwa.
Jesus Christ. Try saying that 10 times. in a
Oh
row.
man, I don't think we can. Yeah, and these
So
were
anything
necessary.
updated?
No updates. No updates. They would have
Damn,
been
I was
great.
really
You should have
hoping- I
named
was
him
really
Chuck and
hoping
Nancy. He was going to. Trump was about to. That would have been fucking hilarious.
That definitely would have made Thanksgiving great again for sure. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I really was hoping we'd have some breaking news for y'all, but it looks like the only thing that breaking that we got was the dude's name.
Yeah,
I really want the motive, although I suspect I know what the motive is
yeah.
already.
I thought the
But-
biggest turkey was Gary Gantler, but he's no longer. I guess these turkeys that Trump had were like 50 pounds each.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of. That's
a big
Jesus.
turkey. Those are big turkeys.
Those are big, dude.
Big
Those are
turkeys.
huge.
Big turkeys.
You have to use like a commercial sized deep fryer for that.
That's true. That's very true.
Well, so there's no updated news, huh? Live updates, members to be investigated as possible act of terrorism. So that's our update.
Yep.
What
They
we
can
know so
delete.
far. Well, here, wait, roll up just a little bit, Berber. It says what we know so far.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right. Yeah, I'll do this.
Can we let the lady read it?
Yep.
Cool.
2 National Guard members were shot this afternoon in what appeared to be a targeted attack near the White House and are in critical condition,
No, they're dead now.
Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser said. The gunman was also shot and is in custody,
Good.
authorities said. Ramanola Lacanwal has been identified as the suspect, for senior law enforcement sources briefed on the investigation said. The FBI will initially investigate the shooting as a possible act of terrorism.
No, it is
2
an act of
senior U.S.
terrorism.
law enforcement officials said.
Yeah, I would think
West
so.
Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey initially said that the Guard members were from his state and had died, but he later walked that back, saying his office had received conflicting reports about their status.
No, it's now
Around
been reported.
2,100 National Guard troops were in D.C. as of this morning, according to Joint Task Force, District of Columbia.
But as far as we know now, though, those 2 officers have passed away.
Yes,
correct.
so R.I.P. to them. They did a service to this country. And
That's right. Thank you. Have they given the names of the officers yet? I haven't heard it yet.
Not
I
yet.
would think not.
Not yet. I
Well,
can't
they
wait to
will,
have one of those
and-
Tesla robots as me too, bro.
Oh, the Tesla robots?
Yeah,
Is
as
that
an,
what y'all are talking
yeah,
about?
as an employee, so
Have you guys seen the new Tesla jet yet?
no.
It was in the Daily Mail today. It's all remote, no gas, all electric remote, and it lifts straight up and just like a drone.
That's insane.
Except it's an airplane that can carry up to 20 people.
That's insane.
The Tesla electric airplane. I'm kind of apparently it can be ran without a pilot, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes.
Yeah.
But I guess on that note, you're right. There's nothing else left on this subject. So hopefully we'll get some updates here in the next couple of days. And if
Oh
we do,
yeah.
we'll...
Also, let's talk about this really quick. Trump's charges were dropped in Georgia today.
Oh yes, they were. Yes.
For the election interference, which is a huge W for the Trump administration, for Trump. This goes to show that these people know what was going on in 2020. They were lying to us. They're going to continue to lie to us, and they're never going to tell us the truth.
Well, yeah, because to tell the truth now would be to admit they were wrong.
Exactly.
And there's too many people. There's too many people who fell for the hoax too,
Yep.
to admit that they were wrong and that they were that stupid.
That's
But
true.
We know.
We know.
And we see them. We see them.
We do.
We know who they are.
Yeah.
And on that note, y'all, Bird, you want to start
Yep.
this one off?
Yep. I just want to thank God. Thank you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank Double D and thank my family.
And as always, thank you, Bird, for making the show happen all the time. Hey, guys, thanks for showing up and sticking around to the end today with us. It was a good chat. You guys made it fun. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
Gobble,
And
gobble.
Gina, I know you don't celebrate Thanksgiving over there, but do a shot in our honor anyway, and yours. And on that, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and y'all have a good night.
All right, everybody. Have a happy
Peace.
Thanksgiving. Peace. We ended. Not bad. Not bad.
Is it over?
Yeah.